What's up guys, my name is FyReO, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Maono PM461T microphone. It is a USB microphone. We're going to get started with the simple information. We're going to be going over the packaging and the unboxing, and then a couple different sound tests with raw audio, which is what you're hearing now with the microphone, and then we're going to be adding a couple of OBS filters to the microphone so you can hear kind of the potential that the microphone has. Now do keep in mind this is a around $36 microphone, so it's obviously not going to be crazy, and it is a USB microphone as well. So you can't really get much out of the traditional USB microphone unless you go like top tier, kind of like the Elgato Wave, where it has a super good software along with the USB microphone. So it's not going to be no Elgato Wave level, obviously, because that is a $130 microphone. However, this microphone is a $37 microphone, so it is another budget microphone review. So on the front of the box, I actually really do like these colors, the black and yellow. It actually fits the microphone really well with the pop filter on the front, which we'll show you in a second. And then you flip over the box here, and then it has some of the basic information about it. It shows you like the frequency response rate of the microphone in case you're worried about that, and then the features of the microphone. So it is a cardioid pickup pattern, which basically means it picks up audio from the front of it and not the back. So the back of the microphone is basically muted out, which is really good in your case if you are using the microphone for gaming or talking to your friends and not like a podcast. It has the mic gain adjustable thing, just like the FyReO KC69B that we reviewed, the very first review that I did of microphones on this channel. So you can slide that up to have the gain. We have the max gain on right now because that's how it comes. I haven't messed with any of it, so this is completely stock how it comes. And then obviously you can turn it down so you might be able to hear the thing gets lower as I lower it down. And then it has a state-of-the-art surface mount electronics. It is compatible with Windows and Mac. It doesn't say it on the box, but it will work for PS4 as well, because PS4s can use USB microphones. It will not work for Xbox One though. So if you are on PS4 and want kind of a better mic than just a normal headset mic, then you can buy this mic for that as well. Same thing with like any USB microphone. This setup is super easy. It's just connect to go, as with most USB microphones. You just plug it right in and it will automatically download everything it needs, like driver wise, which you don't have to worry about anything. You just plug it in and it's ready to go. And then it has a high-res sounding chipset, which is basically internals. And it has more information on the box as well, in case you know a little bit more about microphones than I do, so you can go ahead and take a look at that as well. So when you first open the box, this is what you're greeted with. You're greeted with the microphone on the left side. You have the shock mount on like directly in the center, and then the user manual. And it is encased in this nice foam, so it's some high quality packaging for a $30 microphone. Then you have the mic itself. The shape of it kind of reminds me of the AT2020, which is good. I actually really like the shape of the AT2020. So already starting off with a good aesthetic of the microphone, as well as $37 good sounding microphone as well. So it's not only, you know, a traditional USB microphone, it also looks good. And then obviously the shock mount, if you don't know what it does, it kind of helps with vibration. So if you're having the microphone on your desk and you play keyboard and mouse, for example, in games where you're constantly clicking your keyboard or moving your mouse, and sometimes, you know, there's some vibrations that happen, the shock mount kind of reduces that depending on where you have it set up and things like that, and how much vibration is going through it. I usually have my microphones on a mic arm though, so I don't really use shock mounts. However, I do have this right now on its stand on my desk. And then obviously you have the cord as well, which is not a USB type C. It is one of the, I don't know what cord it's called, but it's that cord. So it is very light, I can tell you that, way lighter than any of my other USB microphones, which kind of caught me off guard. I was expecting some weight to when I lifted it up, and it was very light, which I guess is a good thing in some cases. I guess there is some positives and negatives to that. I'm not too sure what they are, but I'm sure there is some. Another thing I do want to mention about this mic is I've gone through like 4 or 5 USB mics now, and I've never had one like this one, like putting together wise. So like the stand of the microphone with the shock mount as well, and then the pop filter is very unique. I like it a lot actually, just because it's not just a plain pop filter, it's actually metal, so it's like higher quality than most pop filters, and as well as it has like the little M logo on it, which is very nice as well. Especially if you have a black and white aesthetic, this will fit perfectly. But obviously you do not have to use the pop filter if it doesn't fit your aesthetic, or you just don't want to use it because you're not close to your microphone. You do not have to use it at all. In fact, it doesn't even come attached, so you kind of get to choose. One thing I will mention is you do have to use the shock mount with this microphone. Like, it's not a choice if you don't want it or do want it, because the mic mount part is actually used from the shock mount, and then the mic screws into the shock mount. It's not like any of the other mics that I've reviewed to where it just screws into the bottom of the microphone itself, because on the bottom of this microphone is actually where the cord is. I also haven't tested it on a mic arm, so I do not know if you can put it on the traditional mic arm. I would assume you can though, because most mic arms in 2021 allow you to be able to put like any USB mic on it, whether you have to have a mic adapter or not. But if you do need a mic adapter for it and your mic arm doesn't come with one for some odd reason, you can just go ahead and get one on Amazon for like $4 or $5. So all the audio you have been hearing as I've been explaining everything has been completely raw vocals. And it's like kind of in front of me, a little bit farther away than it normally would be if it was on my microphone arm. You also might hear some background noise and stuff like that. I don't know how good of noise cancellation this microphone has yet, because I have not listened to the audio as I'm recording the video. But typically there's not a lot of background noise in my room anyway, unless I have like my TV on, but I don't have that on while I'm recording. You might hear my PC. If you hear like a fan noise, then that is my PC. It has been on for like 3 days. I'm surprised it's not louder than it currently is. So now I'm going to add a compressor onto the microphone. So now I have a compressor onto the microphone, which kind of lowers it a little bit more and kind of makes the audio more how do I explain it? I guess compressed. It is called a compressor, so I guess that's the best way to explain it. It is on the settings that I use for my other microphone that we reviewed in the last microphone review video. So obviously for different microphones, you kind of got to mess with the settings and whatnot, so it might not sound as good as it could. Look at that, it rhymed. So now I added the noise gate on along with the compressor as well. These are typically the two filters that I do use on my microphone when I'm recording or streaming, which reminds me, actually, go ahead and follow my Twitch. It's the first link in the description, and you get some pretty sweet rewards from channel points, so don't miss out. Yeah, like I said, we have compressor and noise gate on. So basically what noise gate does is you set it to a certain level of basically what your background noise is, and it doesn't start picking up the mic until after that level. So for example, if I go completely silent right now, you should be able to hear nothing. However, if I turn off my noise gate and compressor and go completely silent, you should be able to hear something. I put them back on now, but on the microphone meter thing, it's very small amount of what you can actually hear with this microphone, which is actually pretty good without the noise gate on. So it did move. When I had noise gate on, it didn't move at all. So there was, I don't know if you could hear it or not, because it was very low amount of decibels that there was background noise wise, which does mean this microphone has very good noise cancellation. All my other microphones, they're a little bit more decibels than the other ones, than this mic is without any filters on it. Maybe there's just not as much background noise in my room right now as them, I don't know, but I'm gonna take it as so far this does have the best stock noise cancellation out of all 4 of the microphones that I have. So I'm not trying to make this video extremely long. I just wanted to get the review out to you guys and explain it. So if you do want to pick up this microphone, it will be in the link in the description down below. It will be the first link at the top. So make sure you guys go ahead and go over there and pick up this microphone if you want to. And I do want to answer, they are not paying me to say this. They just sent me the mic out for review. So I can basically say whatever I want about the microphone. So this is a completely honest opinion. This is a very good microphone for the $37 range. So if you are looking for a brand new USB microphone and don't want to spend that much money, then you can go ahead and pick this one up, even if it's for your PS4. You can use it on your PC, obviously, Windows and Mac, and I'm sure Linux and all those other OSs work as well. I don't see why I wouldn't. I'm just not really too familiar with all the other OSs. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the background footage of this gameplay. I don't really know what to put in the background footage because I don't really record any games or don't have a main game yet right now. So gameplay in the background once again is very, very random. It's just some random Spike Rush gameplay if I did decide to play Valorant. So we're not here for the gameplay. We're not doing no crazy ranked competition competitive mode. Don't judge my gameplay. It's just Spike Rush, so it ain't that serious. It's just a fast game mode that I can get some gameplay out of the way. I probably died a whole bunch of times because I'm kind of rusty at Valorant right now. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to keep slaying.